check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, what's going on? We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And keep sharing the videos. Best way to help the channel out. You want to donate, share the video. And I got the word early this morning. A little bit behind today, but I got the word that everything is good between Canelo, Oscar, Eric Gomez, and Golden Boy, and DAZN. Everything is good between them. Everybody, we all had our 2 seconds of laughing and saying Oscar De La Hoya had one job to do, and that was to keep Canelo Alvarez happy. And he fudged it up, but they good now. And got some other news I announced in another video, because I don't remember the guy's name that's fighting. I've never heard his name on Mexican Independence Day holiday, so I have to learn how to pronounce it, and I don't even remember. I'm that tired. But yeah, everything good. They kind of restructured Canelo contract. I wouldn't say restructure. They gave him a new contract where now no Golden Boy fighter, no other Golden Boy fighters will get paid off Canelo money. So I'm guessing that money will go into Canelo stable of little fighters. I guess he got a little promotional stable. So they fixed that out. So the congregation won't be eating off of Canelo no more. So Canelo money will go into Canelo, basically. It will go into his investments, which is his fighters that's under his promotional stable, which is probably Guadalajara or just Mexican-based fighters, you know. So it's going to be reinvested into him and his pockets, and see if they can find a star under his promotional banner. So Golden Boy will no longer be eating off Canelo Alvarez's money, and that's one of the things he was mad about. He was mad that his money was going to Golden Boy, and the Ryan Garcia thing, I think it got fixed too. I read that last night. So Ryan Garcia good to go. He fighting Avery Sparrow, co-main event. They got $1 million payday. Only gave him $500,000, I believe it was. But they said that right. He good. And also now Canelo Alvarez don't have to fight Triple G. That's the big thing in there. Canelo don't have to fight Gennady Golovkin. His owners no longer forced him to fight Golovkin. Now, what had happened was, and if you ever seen my prior videos on this, what had happened was that Oscar De La Hoya promised his own Golovkin trilogy as part of the Canelo deal, but Canelo Alvarez told him not to do that shit. So I don't want no trilogy with him, because he disrespected me, and I don't want him to make no money off me. And you know, old school fighters were like, well, shit, you know what? Let me just, knock his ass out and give him permanent damage, so he can't make no more money in the sport regardless. But it's a new train of thought these days, and maybe he feel that he ain't got the power to knock out Golovkin. But they not forcing him to fight Golovkin. Canelo made it clear that he would consider fighting Golovkin if Golovkin get a belt. He made that very clear to DAZN. And DAZN is no longer forcing him to fight Golovkin. That was Oscar De La Hoya part. All Oscar De La Hoya had to do was keep it real and tell him, like, Canelo don't want that fight. And maybe he felt like they wouldn't have invested that money into Canelo, which he was mooching off Canelo money. So what was good for the goose was good for the gander. So Oscar De La Hoya was, just saying, like, I cross that bridge when I get there. We all done that before. You know what I'm saying? Young and dumb, and, knowing that we might have a bill to pay, or no, we might be fucked up at the end of the week, bought them shoes, or you done went out to the club and fucked the money up. You said, I figure it out. I'll just get money from here. And that's basically what Oscar De La Hoya did on a very, very high level, and a high risk, because it's high risk because that's your only fighter, man, that's relevant. Jaime, he's still working his way on up. and we got to see if he can get technically better. And he doing that. I can tell you that from visual proof that he's brought other people in. He's doing that, you know. But as far as Ryan Garcia, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. They really gonna have to like rock the cradle with him. They gonna have to baby him for a while because he just looked like he an accident waiting to happen. But they made it right with Canelo, and I know everybody, we all was celebrating. But I knew, and I said this the other day, I said, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't about to let Canelo or leave. He was going to tie that motherfucker up in court for 2 or 3 years. At least he's going to try to tie Canelo up in court. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't about to lose Richard Schaefer, Al Heyman, then Canelo Alvarez. So they restructured the deal or redid the contract where none of them dudes Oscar ain't gonna be using this money on none of his other fighters, and Canelo, all the money go back into Canelo. Not Canelo, he ain't forced to fight Triple G again. You know, he told DAZN that he would consider, and they gave Canelo a cry, and he got his way. Canelo boss, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he earned it, like Floyd or Pacquiao earned their position. But you know what? By this era standard, he earned it. Because who else done or attempted to do what he done? Even if you think Canelo didn't win some of those fights, you go to the Clenbuterol, which we can agree on. But who's done what Canelo's done? None of these niggas, man. Errol Spence ain't did nothing what Canelo done. Not an inch. Real talk. Terrence Crawford, he did a little bit, but he ain't done what Canelo did. He got the names. He want the names, and it's hard to find in his division. And Errol want the names, hard to find it, but they ain't done what he done. Lomachenko, he ain't got the name cachet that Canelo got. Only one that's close is probably Wilder. You know? And Kovalev, you know, people say, oh, he got knocked out a couple times. And, you know, so that, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, Canelo just got so much clout from the Trout to the Cotto fight, to the Mayweather fight, to the Lara fight. You know, to him and Chavez are reportedly doing 1 million pay-per-views, to the 2 Triple G fights, to Danny Jacobs. That's a lot of clout build up. Even if you think he was cheating, he won, he lost, whatever. Nobody really moving like that in boxing. And Danny Garcia is another guy who got a solid resume. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of these young niggas, man, they sitting here, they 30 years old, and they dancing around each other, and I don't know what they waiting for. I don't know what they waiting for. Because Mayweather and Pacquiao, by the time they was established names in the sport of boxing. They might not necessarily been pay-per-view stars, but they was established names. And by the time, like 30, 31, 32, they started to ascend in popularity. So you can move like that. You know what I'm saying? You can be a boss and make your own decisions if you did what Canelo did so far, and you took the risk. But ain't nobody taking risks in the sport of boxing. He got power over the zone. He got power over Golden Boy. Because without him, you know, he shifted power. Their worst fear is that Canelo go over to Al Heyman. And financially, that might, you know, y'all say $350 million with the zone. Financially, he may be taking a loss over there. It's guaranteed. But if Al Heyman can get Pacquiao at least $20 million fighting Adrian Broner, imagine what he could do with Canelo Alvarez. Imagine what he could do with Canelo Alvarez. Shit, Canelo might be getting 40, 50 million, 60 million to fight. That nigga was getting Floyd Mayweather hundreds of $1 million a fight. Imagine what he would get Canelo. But they can't let Canelo get out the loop. They had that kid, they had him since he was a kid, teenager. He brainwashed. But they gave him what he wanted. He know how to use his power. The zone took you ain't got to fight Triple G. And once again, his position was always Triple G, and Oscar's position was he should have to get a belt. You know, and I also heard that they got the T-Mobile Arena allegedly locked up for the end of October. So it may be a chance that he still might fight Kovalev. Not Kovalev, but Demetrius Andrade. But, you know, obviously, if they don't fight on that day, it's a penalty that Golden Boy would have to pay for reserving and pulling out of the venue. So they got T-Mobile Arena reserved for October. So, you know, And also, they can't no longer approve fights without Canelo. See, Roberto Diaz, the matchmaker that did that shit, you know, they now they can't, you know, they don't have power of attorney. I don't know if it's power of attorney, but they can't approve fights or sign off on fights unless Canelo sign off on it. So they gave Canelo everything he wanted, everything he was concerned about. Canelo went in there, he lawyered up, and he played this position of power, so they can't do shit without his approval. He ain't got to fight Golovkin no more. He got his way. So a little bit of news. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. We got business, question, inquiry, response to your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. In addition to that, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFellowUnboxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, and much, much more. Website, promo code GoodFellowUnboxing, description. Appreciate the love, support, man. And yeah, my email in the description as well too, if I didn't mention that, man. Email and Twitter is the quickest way to get in touch with me. You got video request, or you want to tap in about a question or concern, it's right there. Like Jeezy and Back Row Fresh say, it's all there. Yeah.